Welcome YouTube to Fern Valley Farm YouTube channel, formerly Fern Valley Honeybees. I changed the name. All my bee stuff is still there. I'm still making bee videos. I'm just want to expand this channel, and here's one reason why. We're going to do some cooking on this channel also. We're all country on this channel. It's all rural living, country lifestyles, country stuff. I've got animals, horses, chickens, cows. Maybe I could teach people stuff about horses, chickens, cows, a little bit of everything. So I got more of a variety now of videos that I'm going to put on this channel. I didn't want to just make the channel strictly about beekeeping, but all that's still there and all that's still coming. My bees are doing really good. But anyways, I'm going to try this. We're going to do a video on, I'm going to do some videos on some different cooking. I like to cook. I like making stuff. Friends of mine, we all share recipes, ideas, this and that. And so I'm going to share some of these myself. I thought of this morning. So we're going to try and put a video on cooking and see how this goes. We are going to make chicken Parmesan. This is really good. This is like one of the main things people order in restaurants. You hear that all the time. Everybody wants chicken Parmesan. We're going to make it homemade here. Chicken breasts. I can get these at any grocery store. I've got 3 of them here. There's 3 of us. So I'm just going to do 3 of them. So it's really simple. You got your eggs. Farm fresh eggs. Go check out my video on raising chickens and farm fresh eggs. You can't beat it. These farm fresh eggs are great. If anybody can have chicken and get eggs, do it. You'll love it. And anybody that's watching these videos understands what I'm talking about. You can't beat the farm fresh eggs. There's a huge difference compared to the store. So anyway, that's a whole other subject. But anyway, what we're doing here is all I'm going to do is I'm going to take, I've got Italian style breadcrumbs. Okay, this breaks some of the Italian rules here. This is traditional Italian sauce. Most Italians, we make our own. I call it gravy. Some people call it sauce. It depends on what part of Italy you're from. Some people in Italy call it sauce. Some people call it gravy. I call it gravy. My family calls it gravy. My family, if you go back to my great-grandparents on both sides, came over here on the boat years and years ago. So all these recipes and all this stuff is pretty traditional. I'll go way back. So normally I have my own spaghetti gravy. I make a big pot at a time. That'll be another video. And then I freeze it in smaller bowls. And then when we have pasta, ravioli, lasagna, whatever, then I use that. But I don't have any right now, so I'm using store-bought. I'm breaking the Italian rule. A lot of Italians will make their own. Some people buy the jar. I have a cousin, she buys the jar, and we always teased her about it. And I have people say, why do you're putting gravy on pasta? Well, like I said, it depends on what part of Italy you're from. Some Italians call it gravy, some call it sauce. I call it gravy. And people that know me learn that's what I call it. But sauce, whatever you want to call it. So I'm using the jar today just because I'm out of my homemade, which I got to do next week, and I'll make a video on that. But this is really simple. Italian breadcrumbs. This one's already been opened. I like the Italian styles. They got seasoning in them. Get this out of the way here. Real easy. Dip the chicken. I got 3 eggs in here. I think I put too many. But I've got a lot of eggs now all of a sudden, so that's okay. Just dip the chicken in the egg. I like to use the fork because if you use your fingers, you'll get more of it on your fingers and it'll stick. I like to use the fork. You'll get more on the chicken than on your fingers. So I just do it this way. Actually, what I need is a spoon. I forgot to grab that. The spoon works better. And you can take your next piece and soak it and let it start sitting in the egg. Yeah, I got too much egg there. I always do that. Whenever I cook, I make way too much. And whenever we have parties, you always want to have plenty of food. So you kind of get into that habit of cooking way too much. So I like to coat this really well. And here's one trick that I learned. When you're breading, if you're going to deep fry, let's say chicken wings, chicken legs, thighs, breasts, wings, whatever, the best way to do it is coat your chicken with the breading and then let it sit. Don't put the breadcrumbs on and then put it right into the hot oil. A lot of times it'll fall off. So one of the tricks, put the breadcrumbs on. I let it sit. I'll bread the chicken, and I'll let it sit for a good half hour. Then the breadcrumbs kind of dry on the chicken. Obviously not too dry. They just kind of set a little bbit and they dry up a little bit. Then when you go to deep fry it, it comes out golden brown and perfect. And I'll do a video on that also. So what I'm going to do, because I'm just going to put a little bit of oil. I'm just going to put a little bit of oil in this pan. We're going to put it in the oven for like 350. So I need to preheat the oven. And we'll just kind of get this pan there. Obviously some of the chicken grease will come out of here, but I'm just putting a little bit in here so it doesn't, it won't stick. So anyway, let's just get some more, let's get the breadcrumbs. Like I said, if you use your finger, I like to use a spoon. If you use your fingers, you get it all over your fingers. And not that I care about getting my hands dirty, but it just makes a mess. And I just take it, and I'm just going to set it right here in this pan. Then we're going to take the next one. Yeah, I got way too many eggs. I could have used 2. I do that all the time. That's one nice thing about having your own chickens and having your own eggs. You get plenty and plenty of eggs. It beats going to the store and buying eggs all the time. Put a little more breadcrumbs in there. Do this. And what I'm going to do when I'm done here, I'm going to let this set for probably a half hour. It won't get too warm. It'll be okay. Maybe 20 minutes. You can kind of see when the breadcrumbs are setting up, but that trick works really well. Bread your chicken, let it sit for a little while. Let it just dry. Don't just bread it and throw it right in the oven. Because if you do that, or in the, if you're deep frying anyways, usually if I'm going to bread chicken, I'm going to deep fry it. Like I love making chicken wings. I love making wings in the deep fryer. So real quickly here, get some more of this on there. Let it just kind of sit. You could, if you really want to make it extra crispy, you could take this, which I don't usually do it. Sometimes it just makes a mess. You could take this, re-dip it back in the eggs, and do this all over again. Then you get like a double coating of, breadcrumbs on it, and that's really good too. I just do it one time, but you can do it both ways. You could put it back into the eggs and just redo that again. Okay, let that just sit. One more time. I like to just keep coating it. Like I said, if you use your fingers, it all sticks to your fingers, and you're wasting breadcrumbs because it's all sticking to your fingers, and there's very little waste this way. I take this. These are big breasts too. I'm going to put these right in there. Okay, that's a joke. Okay, one more. I thought I had a small one in here for my kid because she won't eat the whole. She won't eat a whole one, so I always try and make her smaller pieces here, but these are pretty good size. There's a local grocery store here. I'm up in northern Illinois, and their chicken breasts are really, really good. But you can obviously buy them anywhere. So I like to do this in a bowl too. It makes less of a mess than on a plate. Then you can just kind of spin it around here. So, get these coated really well here. And then what I'm going to do, after I coat these, I'm going to let them sit for probably 20 minutes. The oven will preheat. When it's done preheating, actually it'll preheat before these are ready. But what I'll do is I'll put these in there for about 45, 50 minutes, let them bake. And then I'm going to pull them out. I'll show you in a second here. Let me just finish doing this. Almost done. I'm not going to bore you guys with me sitting here breading chicken. I'm sure you guys can figure this out. A lot of my videos, I like to just kind of explain what I'm doing, quickly show a little bit, and then be done with it. Even some of my stuff for my building, when I'm building stuff and I'm doing videos on that, I have it all ready and just kind of show you how it's put together already. So anyways, that's a different story. So we're almost done here. This goes on here. Put that on like that. Let it coat. Put this, lay this right in there. And sometimes I'll even take the extra breadcrumbs. My hands are clean. I washed them. And just sprinkle the breadcrumbs on there. Why waste them, right? And let it just kind of sit on there. There. Everybody can see that really well here. They're breaded really nice. I'm going to let them sit for, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. You can kind of see when they're starting to dry a little bit. So what I'm going to do, like I said, that breadcrumbs just kind of soak into the chicken, and then they stay on there. They bake on there really nice, actually. I'm going to put this in the oven for about 45, 50 minutes. Just kind of look at it, see what it looks like. Then I'm going to take it out. I'm going to take my store-bought spaghetti gravy or sauce, and I'm going to pour that on there. Actually, only on 2 of these because I'll show you guys. When I take it back out of the oven, I'll show you guys. Actually, only on 2 of them because my daughter probably won't want this on. So, but me and my wife will. So I'm going to put the spaghetti gravy on, coat it on there a little bit in the pan, and then I'm going to take Parmesan cheese and I'm going to sprinkle Parmesan on top of it. Like I said, this is like supposedly one of the #1 things that people ask for in restaurants. Obviously, it's so much nicer making this stuff at home. Store-bought, you can't beat it. I'm sorry, homemade cooking you can't beat. So yeah, it's just nicer. But yeah, this is like one of the #1 things people order in restaurants, evidently. So, but this is really, really simple to make. So like I said, just get yourself some chicken breasts, bread them, put them in a pan. I got some oil in there. Put them in the oven for about 45, 50 minutes. Kind of look at them, see what they look like. Take it out, put some spaghetti gravy all over it. Put the Parmesan cheese, put it back in the oven, 15, 20 minutes. Let the cheese melt, and it should be done. So I'm going to put these in the oven. In about probably 15 minutes or so, that should be done preheating pretty soon. I'm going to put these, that'll be done, yeah, pretty soon here. I'll put these back in the oven. I'll put these in the oven, I'm sorry. 50 minutes or so, and I will be back, and we'll do the next step. See you in a few minutes. Okay, YouTube, we're back. Actually, it's more than a few minutes later. It's about 45 minutes. We are going to take this out. And hold on here, I should have been ready for this. We're going to take this out of the oven. That's what it looks like so far, so you can make sure you can see that. That's what it looks like right there. Oop. Zoom in a little bit better here. And I'm going to put the spaghetti sauce on it. Or spaghetti gravy, only on 2 of them. Just put it on there, just like that. Spoon it on it. And I forgot to mention earlier, we're going to make some spaghetti to go with this, so I've got a pot of water boiling on the stove. You don't really need to see that. I'm sure you could figure out how to boil water, I would hope. So that's going on there. I'm going to throw this back. Then we're going to put Parmesan cheese on it. We're going to cook this for about another 15, 20 minutes, and I will be back to show you the finished product here. So I said just put the spaghetti gravy on it, or sauce. And then, actually I'm going to use the rest of this. I'm just going to put this in here. Because I'm not going to be using it for anything else, so I'm just going to put this in. Just put it all around the sides. There. Put this chicken breast over here. Oop. Put that one there. So we're good. Like I said, we're going to cook this. It's what, 4:18. We're going to put it back in. Hold on a second. I just put that on there. I'll put this back in. About another 20 minutes. We've got water cooking on the stove. We're going to make spaghetti. Zoom this back out. There we go. I was going to make some spaghetti to go with it. We should be good. So I will be back in a few minutes. Okay, YouTube, we're back. Let's take it out of the oven. This has actually been cooking about an hour and 10 minutes. I wanted to wait till the cheese was totally melted. So most people say an hour. I went a little bit longer. I wanted to make sure it was done. It smells really good. I forgot earlier, I'm going to make spaghetti too. We're going to put spaghetti on this. So just get spaghetti, cook the directions. I like my spaghetti overcooked. I don't like it how the directions say it. Everybody likes it different. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the spaghetti and we're going to see what this all looks like all done. We're going to take the spaghetti. We're going to put it on the plate. Well, I'm going to dump it all on one plate for right now. This is going to be 2 servings here. Put that there. Actually, get all this out. Put that there. We're going to put some of this on here. It's all in the presentation, right? Ain't that what they say? Ain't that what the professional chefs say? It's all in the presentation. So here we go. Not a whole lot of spaghetti because these are really big chicken breasts. So take the breast, put it on top. Wow, look at that. Put it on top. Don't drop it. It'll ruin the whole thing, right? A little extra. Where's my spoon? Right here. A little extra around it. No sense in wasting. My spaghetti gravy sauce. Next time I make this, it will be with my own. It won't be from a can or from a jar. And that's it. So hopefully, you guys, when you make this, it comes out this good. This really tastes good. So that's it. Hopefully you liked the video. Hopefully you learned something. Please try it. Let me know if you tried it and how it turns out. Subscribe, support the channel. There's a little bell next to the subscribe button. Hit the bell. Next to the subscribe button, you'll get notifications next time I make a video. And I plan on doing a lot of these different cooking things too. I might try and get a recipe out once a week, once every 2 weeks. I've got lots of ideas now that I've been thinking about what I could cook here for you guys. So hopefully you try this. Hopefully you like it. Please subscribe, support the channel, and I will talk to you guys later, YouTube. We'll see you.